I'm back. And where do I even begin? For a while, I was really trying to get onto my, improving myself, but I had no direction in where I wanted to improve myself and why. It's really important to have your why. I have a lot to unpack, but, just to keep it short, I now have my own business. I'm partnered with Amway. I was lucky enough to have, an old classmate, run into me, and, divine timing is what I call it. He ran into me, and he sponsored me, and I'm now an independent business owner, and I will be financially free within the next 2 years. I've been doing a lot, honestly, but I'm starting this back up as a way to commit back to myself. I actually was scrolling through YouTube. I have a list on my wall. You can see it kind of like right there, but it has a list of stuff that has to do with anatomy and vitamins and health, learning all that stuff because, I'm expanding my knowledge by the day. If I can expand my knowledge more, the more I know, the more I know. The more I know, the more I can help other people. The more I can really see like how to fit someone's needs and how to fit my needs. But right now, I have a burning desire to succeed. And while that desire might not always burn as bright as right now, it's there. And this is one of the ways to reconnect back with the version of me that has that fire all the time. When I started making these videos at first, like I said, I was on a good track. I wanted to improve, but I had no direction. I had nowhere to put that improvement. Just improving without a reason is pointless. I mean, it helps, but it's like you have to be working towards something for it to be meaningful, or else you'll feel lost. You'll feel confused. You'll feel like overwhelmed, and you'll feel hopeless. You're like, I'm doing all these things, so why am I not getting anywhere, right? And like I was saying, like I was on YouTube and I was about to look through, start searching up some videos to play. I'm pulling an all-nighter tonight. I can't sleep. I couldn't sleep. I was laying in my bed and so many thoughts were running through my head. I just got off closing at Publix. And, while I was there closing, my upline, Shaman, Omar, everybody, all these great people, they were sending me videos. Nate, where are you? Man, we need you here, man. And what they're saying they need me for, they're at Builder Circle. And what that is a get together where with all the heavy hitters, all the people who are grinding, who stop at nothing, who will stop at nothing to succeed. And we're always growing. And those are the people that I want to be around. The power of association is truly real. You become the people you hang around. So choose the people you hang around. And really realize, if I stay with these people, where will I be 5 years down the road? Will I be where I want to be? Realize that. Truly think about this. But yeah, like I was saying, I was scrolling through. I clicked on my profile to see who I subscribe to, so I could unsubscribe from everybody and subscribe to these certain channels, like Andrew Huberman, like all these health people, so that my feed is just completely health. And you know what I've seen? My day videos, my day 1, my day 2, my day 3, my day 6. I've seen all those videos, and I forgot about them. It made me remember. This was something I stopped doing. I quit because I didn't know how to continue. But now I do. Now I have a purpose. Now I have a reason to record this. This is my journey. and I will succeed, no matter the cost. Because at the end of the day, there's no true cost, it's an investment. There's no true sacrifice, it's an investment. Everything I'm doing, everything I'm not doing, is all an investment. People call it a generational curse. You can call it whatever. I want my family to be happy. I want my family. This is my why. And I'll read it out real quick. I have it written down. I'm building a life of freedom. Freedom from limitations, from clocking in, and from watching the people I love sacrifice their dreams just to survive. I want to live fully, to teach others to do the same, and inspire those who are silently going through the motions to believe again. I want to be proof that in those lonely moments, the doubt, the tears, they're not the end. They're the foundation of your story. And one day, when I'm on that stage, I want people to feel seen through my words, to know that they're not alone, to feel that spark of hope that carried me through. And that is my why. And my why is always changing. I'm always working to improve why. Why am I doing these videos? Why am I doing all this work? Why am I investing so much time into myself, into my business? Because I want that freedom. I want to change the world. I want to change the world one person at a time. This is my journey. And you guys will see the ups and the downs, the highs and the lows, the consistency. Some days might feel like 2%. Other days might feel like 90. Some days might get, I might miss some uploads, right? Nothing is going to go perfect. But through action is where you see that real growth. Perfectionism is a form of paralysis. When you always try to get something perfect, you paralyze yourself. When you fail forward, when you take that action, even if the video doesn't turn out well, even if you think it looked dumb, even if you just didn't feel like doing it, when you put that action, you're moving one step closer to the identity that you truly want to align with. The identity that doesn't put up with anything, that goes for the kill, the identity that will eventually create that legacy. Who you are today, in 10 years, if you're still that person, how far will you be in life? Where will you be at if you stay the same? And to whoever is watching this, believe. There is no limit to one's belief. If you put a limit on yourself, you are only as big as your limits. I'm gonna say that again. You are only as big as your limits. If you can't think 5, 10, 20 years ahead of in your future, start thinking. This is your life. There's generations of people counting on you, before and after, past and future, generations. They all count on you. Your family depends on you. Your friends depend on you. The people that need that support, the people you don't even know, the people you haven't even met, they need you. They need the best of you. One who can lead, one who can teach, one who can inspire. They need that person. And with that said, that wraps up this video. I'm not going to commit to being perfect. I'm not going to commit to, I need to upload every single day. but I will be uploading more. It's okay to not have everything figured out, but just take the action.